A glamorous French singer, a famous Olympic skier, a luxury home in Aspen, and a single gunshot that would freeze both of their names in history forever. Most people remember Claudine Longet not for her music or television career, but for what happened on March 21, 1976. Long before that day, she was known for elegance. A rising star in American entertainment, frequent TV appearances, soft vocals, and a high-profile marriage to Andy Williams. They had 3 children and looked like the perfect celebrity family. But behind the scenes, that chapter quietly ended, and then came someone completely different. Vladimir Sabich wasn't a musician, he was a skiing legend, charismatic, athletic, and one of the most recognizable faces in Aspen's elite sports scene. When the two met, they became an instant power couple. Glamour met adrenaline. For 4 years, they lived a flashy, high-profile life together in Colorado. Until that afternoon. Inside their home, Sabich was shot in the abdomen with a World War II-style Luger handgun. He died on the way to the hospital. Longet told authorities the gun went off accidentally while he was showing her how to use it. But almost immediately, whispers began. Reports later revealed she had been looking for another place to live before the incident. Friends hinted the relationship wasn't as perfect as it appeared. Rumors spread that things between them had changed, and the public started asking a difficult question. Was this really just an accident? Then the investigation took a strange turn. According to coverage by the New York Times at the time, critical evidence like her diary and blood samples were ruled inadmissible because they were taken without a warrant. Major police missteps weakened the case before it even reached court. What could have been a dramatic trial became something far more confusing. In the end, Longet was convicted not of a serious crime but of misdemeanor negligent homicide. Her sentence, just 30 days in jail and 2 years of probation. For many watching, the verdict felt unbelievable. And then, almost as suddenly as the headlines appeared, she vanished from public life. She later married her defense attorney and lived quietly for decades, avoiding the spotlight completely. No interviews, no public explanations, just silence. Now, after her death at 84, the story is being talked about again. Not because new answers were found, but because the questions never really went away. Was it truly a tragic accident inside a troubled relationship, or a moment that was never fully understood because of the mistakes that followed? Either way, Claudine Longet's legacy became tied to one single moment in Aspen, a moment that still feels unresolved nearly 50 years later.